So for the purposes of demonstration, here I have a Galaxy S3 with NFC and a user card which has got value on it. The first thing I can see is that I want to load money onto my card, and I have the loader terminal up. It says, how much would you like to load? You have £24.65. I would like to load £5, please. It'll say, put the card on the back, and now put in your username, password, and perform the load. So here now the phone is acting as an ATM, the load is complete, and we now have a new value on the card. In this example, I'm going to be using the phone as a merchant terminal, universal terminal. I want to buy something for £1, enter, and then the user places the card to the back of the phone. £1 is deducted from the card and put on the merchant terminal. I can check that by going to the wallet app and seeing how much I've got on the card, and sure enough, I've now got £28.65. In this final example, I've got a combination of a game and a merchant terminal in an end-user device, so that when I play the game, I'm able to buy in-app purchases such as an extra life for 10 pence directly from the card, and so that when I return to the game and resume, I have my extra life. Hello, my name is Ram Banerjee from a company called Transaxiom, and we deal with digital cash. Digital cash is needed more than ever. Why? Mainly because the majority, and this is amazing, the majority of the world is unbanked. And we often sit here in the West and say, so what? Well, the so what means that we're ignoring between 35 and 40% of the Western world population. There's 50 million people in the United States alone that are either unbanked or poorly banked, which means that they really don't have much in the way of banking services. And why is that important? Because banking services provides you with a payment mechanism other than physical cash. It provides you with all the remote payment mechanisms such as debit cards, credit cards, checks, and so forth. So the majority of the world is cash only. And cash only means that they are into face-to-face transactions. And they're never going to get to a position where they can find buyers further away that will take a greater value from their goods. They can't find sources of goods further away to be able to buy to make a greater return. So it's physical cash that keeps the cash users poor. If we want their lot to improve, then we have to provide a digital cash mechanism. Much of the success of the West has been as a result of electronic commerce. But there is no e-commerce without e-money. But there's another reason for digital cash. Whereas we've got away from very small value goods, you could say sweets and newspapers still require very small items, there are a whole host of things that still require repetitive small value. And main ones among them are things like transit, which is a physical face-to-face transaction. And then there's virtual ones, such as games, such as video, music, information. It's the internet that's created a demand for pay-as-you-go consumption of virtual content. And at the moment, this is done very badly with the only remote mechanism we have for payment, which is debit and credit cards. we do digital cash. How do we do it? We build the infrastructure required for digital cash. And digital cash effectively means that a user who has value can transfer that value to a merchant. That merchant can then accumulate that value and redeem it with the issuer of that money. And it is the issuer that loaded the value to the user in the first place. So, Transaxiom builds user systems in the form of secure smart cards so we can load value onto these cards. It builds merchant terminals in the form of applications on phones, and it builds an issuer hosting system in the cloud. And the issuer then connects to the rest of the banking world. We do all of that as a supplier of technology, and our customers take it over from that. We've taken away the security requirement of the merchant terminal, yet still be able to take a transfer of value from the user to the merchant offline, not been possible before without a SAM, to do it fast, below 300 milliseconds, not been possible before without a SAM, and to do it securely so that the merchant is not able to defraud the system by saying he's collected more value than he actually has. We build the entire system so that this merchant terminal can be any computing device that connects to a user. It could be a Wi-Fi box that's giving you megabytes of data per pence. It could be a vending machine. It could be a set-top box that allows you to pay per view. We have provided a digital cash system so that this can work locally using the card, or through your phone, the merchant can actually be on a website. So finally, you can pay 20 pence to get your Economist article. How this value transfer system works without a SAM is the subject of our next video.